Good morning, viewers. We are here at Road Traffic Reg and tell you we got it here about an hour ago and the lines were wrapped around the corner. But things seem to be moving smoothly. The cars are moving and they're getting in and out. Joining us once again this morning is Sergeant Cresney Johnson. And Cresney, as I mentioned, things seem to be moving quite quickly out here today.
Yes. A pleasant good morning to you and a pleasant good morning, Bahamas. Well, as we've seen a rapid movement, but this has been going on for some time now. Persons still decided to get their vehicles licensed, and we want to encourage that as much as possible. What has happened is road traffic has taken some precautions, and they have made available some additional persons who are now assisting with getting these persons out. But for as much as possible, we still want to remind persons that at this particular time it's not going to be enforced, but instead, if you want to come out and still get your vehicle license, that's an option that you can take.
Overnight traffic matters.
Yes, overnight we've had 4 accidents involving damages. During damage, we have had 4 accidents involving injury, and out of those 4, 2 pedestrians were struck, and we have at this time 7 persons who remain hospitalized as a result of being involved in an accident. We also had 2 hit-and-run accidents. Out of that, those 2 pedestrians that were struck, I just want to make note again, I'm going to advise the general and motoring public as much as possible to pay attention, especially if you're traveling in residential areas, to be sure that you're vigilant, you're not on those cell phones, and all your attention is on the road doing what you're supposed to be doing, driving. If somebody's crossing the street, pedestrians are on the street, please, as much as possible, allow pedestrians to get safely across the street before you and if you're overtaking, please overtake properly and be mindful of the street signs and street markings.
As you indicated, one may have been involved in elderly. What is prosecution involved with hit and run?
Well, as it pertains to hit-and-run accidents, persons do not stay on the scene. So there's a number of offenses there are a number of things that would be added onto your offense. Like, say, for example, if you're involved in a hit-and-run accident and you are at fault for that accident, you will not only be charged with driving without due care and attention or without reasonable consideration, but you will be charged with failing to remain at the scene of that accident. And with that, you have to go into the courts, and then the magistrate will decide what your fine or what your offense would be as relates to that hit-and-run accident.
Some drivers may also be distracted, no seatbelt. Also with kids in the car, the kids while up and down causing distraction, that may cause accident. You want to make sure people keep those kids in their seatbelt.
Well, one of the main things for me, especially when I'm on the street, it gets me highly upset, is to see babies, to see them sitting in the front seat. I actually saw a female who was breastfeeding a baby, and we've had a bunch of infants who are in between the seats. So we're advising again, please secure our little darlings inside of those vehicles. It's simple just to secure them before you get started to drive, and have them secured in their car seats. Have them properly secured. Remember now that any passenger inside your vehicles who's not securely fastened, you're going to be ticketed for that particular individual, and you're going to be ticketed as a driver for permitting that individual to be in that vehicle without being properly secured.
It's a bit windy this morning. That's one distraction. No phone calls, no putting on makeup.
None. No eating. Someone told me that, well, I have to eat, and I say, Mom, pull on the side. So yes, as much as possible, stay off with cell phones. You can utilize your vehicle's Bluetooth devices, anything along the line, as long as that phone is not on your person and you're not having that inside your vehicle. On that, yes. But as much as possible, don't do it. Let's pay attention to the street.
I'd like to thank Sergeant Cresney Johnson for joining us out here this morning at the Road Traffic Department. It's back to the studio.